5:30 in the morning. Alarm isn't even out. Oh yeah. In May 1st of 2016, I decided I was gonna be the kind of person who wakes up early in the morning. And 3 years later, here I am. I'm still waking up at like 5:30 in the morning. I'm still following Soo Zee's advice and going for a walk every morning. And guess what? The morning light is still pretty nice. So when people find out that I wake up at what essentially amounts to the ass crack of dawn, they all have the same kind of questions. And the first one that everybody always asks is, how did you do it? But to be honest, the how is actually the easy part, because there's really only one thing you need to know to become an early riser. It's something Soo Zee calls the ultimate life hack.
Stop going out, people.
Yeah, that's basically it. No, really, that's it. That's the entire secret to waking up early. So now, I go to bed at just about 10 p.m. And I wake up before 6 a.m. So if you're not used to waking up this early, there are some things that you can do that help, some tricks if you will. Trick number one, first thing in the morning before you've done anything else for the day, you get a glass of water and you drink it. Not only are you forcing your body to get up, but you're also kind of training your mind to associate this glass of water with being awake for the day. If you're really, really tough at the beginning, you can use green tea, but for me, water just works fine. This is the thing that everybody knows that they should do, but nobody actually bothers to do, which is an hour before you go to bed, you gotta stop trying to watch another episode. Because any screen, television screen, laptop screen, cell phone screen, screens with that fake light, it's gonna mess up your sleep cycle. So read, stretch, stare sadly at your turned off TV, do literally anything that doesn't involve a screen. It will help you sleep earlier. Which reminds me. Alright, so it's 4 o'clock now. Here's the deal. You can't have coffee in the afternoon anymore. Because if you have coffee in the afternoon, the caffeine stays in your system for 6 to 8 hours, messes with your sleep schedule, you can't wake up on time. So even though it's like probably 4 p.m., prime coffee hour, prime fika hour, I can't have coffee anymore. Instead, what I have is this. It's a mix of coffee and mushrooms. It does have some caffeine, about 50 milligrams, which is not enough to affect me personally. I like this one better. This is the lion's mane one. Anyway, it's a Finnish company, and it's like this powder thing. Let me show you. So it comes in like this tear-off packet, and it's like a powder. It's almost like an instant coffee mix, but then it's also got like mushrooms in it. It's this fine powder. I don't know if you can kind of see it. Here, let me pour it into this cup. Maybe it'll make a difference. You can see it coming out. It's like a powder, basically. You pour it into a cup and add some water. You don't even have to stir. It just basically dissolves. This is not coffee. It does not smell like coffee. It does not taste like coffee, but it does the job. I will not drink this every day. Now I drink it probably 1 or 2 times a week. And it helped a lot in the beginning of the transition because I was used to drinking coffee in the afternoon in the workplace, and sometimes I would really just like crave the taste of a cup of coffee. For me, coffee's never really been about the effect or the caffeine. It's mostly been about the flavor, and so sometimes you just want a cup, and herbal tea was not cutting it. So the 4 Sigmatic mushroom coffee made a difference in helping me through the transition. Okay, back to your regularly scheduled programming. Okay, so that is the how of it. The second thing that people really want to hear about is the why. Why bother to wake up so early after all these years? And that's a little bit more complicated to answer because there's not just one reason. There's actually a couple. The main reason is probably this, that apparently there is such a thing as an optimal time for humans to go to sleep and an optimal time for humans to wake up, biochemically at least. And, because we're diurnal creatures, so when the sun is up, we're supposed to be awake. When the sun is down, we're supposed to be asleep. Simple as that. And I read a lot of work from this guy here. His name is Dr. Sachin Panda. He works at the Salk Institute in San Diego, and he does a lot of research with circadian rhythms. He even wrote a book about it. He has a research study going on. He has a TED Talk if you're interested to hear more. But anyway, the main point is that if you sync your body rhythms with certain times of day, that you're going to be a more optimized and productive and healthier version of yourself. So I went from being somebody who was kind of a night owl and got my energy at night to trying to be an early riser. And when I did, I found I just generally felt better. So that's the main reason why I'm still doing it 3 years later.
And of course, all that makes it sound like it was easy, which it was not. I had to do a lot of different things in order to make this habit of going to bed at 10 p.m. and waking up at 6 a.m. stick. And I can't even tell you if it was worth it for you, because for me it made me feel like a better human being, a better version of myself. But I don't know, you'll have to try it and see. And you could do what I did and just sort of like jump in all at once, or you could sort of ease into it, change one little thing at a time. It's really up to you. Or you could just not do it at all and be a night owl. Whatever works for you, man. Whatever works for you. So I hope that answered any questions that you have. If you have more, you know where to find me. But for now, it's my bedtime. So I'm going to go to sleep. Sleep tight, y'all.